The 3 phones rang at the same time. Not one after the other. Not seconds apart. At the exact same moment. Ada stared at the vibrating screens on her bed and felt her heart jump into her throat. 3 names. 3 men. 3, my love red heart. And it was February 13th, 11:57 p.m. She smiled slowly. Perfect, she whispered. If anyone had told the men calling her that they were sharing the same woman, and not just sharing her, but sharing Valentine's Day in shifts, they would have laughed in disbelief. Because Ada didn't look like trouble. She looked like a dream. Ada was the kind of woman people turned to look at twice, not because she was the most beautiful in the room, but because she carried herself like she owned the room. Her confidence was loud. Her laughter was rehearsed. Her affection was calculated. She believed one thing with her full chest. Love is proven with money. Not words. Not promises. Not loyalty. Money. If a man didn't spend, he didn't deserve attention. And Ada gave attention like a businesswoman gives discounts, only during promotions. She sat up and picked the first phone. Baby, she answered sweetly. Connor. Banker. Smooth talker. Generous spender. Hope you're ready for tomorrow, he said. I booked us breakfast at the Glass Orchid. Private table. Ada's eyes lit up. That place was expensive. I can't wait, she said, soft voice activated. They talked for 3 minutes. She dropped the call. Second phone. Princess. That was stunned. Tech guy. Flashy. Loud. Always showing off. I hope you didn't make plans for tomorrow afternoon, he said. I'm sending a driver by 1 p.m. Spa first. Then shopping. Then dinner. Ada bit her lip in excitement. You're too much, she giggled. Third phone. Hey, came the calm voice. Chidi. Quiet. Mature. Old money energy. The most mysterious of the 3, and the one who spent the most without talking about it. Tomorrow night, he said. Be ready by 7. Wear red. That's all, she teased. That's all, he replied, and hung up. Ada fell back on the bed and laughed. God bless Valentine, she declared. She opened her wardrobe and pulled out 3 outfits. Morning, soft pink dress. Innocent. Classy. Afternoon, fitted designer jumpsuit. Bold. Expensive. Night, red gown. Dangerous. She lined them up like a schedule. Morning lover. Afternoon lover. Night lover. No overlaps. No mistakes. No evidence. She had done this before at birthdays, weekends, even New Year's Eve once, but never all 3 in one day. This would be her masterpiece. Her best friend Ngozi called. Where are you? Ngozi asked. Home. Planning my Valentine strategy, Ada said proudly. You're still doing that nonsense. Ngozi sighed. Dating multiple men for money is not strategy, it's risk. Ada rolled her eyes. Risk is dating one broke man faithfully. Ngozi groaned. One day this thing will backfire. Ada laughed. Please. I'm too smart to get caught. There are sentences that age badly. That was one of them. Valentine's Day, morning. Connor arrived early, wearing perfume that announced his salary before his mouth did. Breakfast was golden. Flowers. Chocolates. A bracelet box. Ada acted surprised like an award-winning actress. You shouldn't have, she said, while mentally estimating the price. He held her hand across the table. You deserve everything good. She leaned forward. I know. Connor liked confidence. He mistook it for honesty. They took pictures. She made sure none showed location tags. At 11:40 a.m., she checked her time. I have to go see my aunt, she lied smoothly. Connor paid the bill, without looking at the amount, and kissed her hand. Shift 1, successful. Afternoon shift. The driver opened the car door for her. Ton never did small things small. Spot treatment. Designer store. 2 bags. Shoes. Perfume. He recorded videos. She controlled camera angles carefully. Post me, he said. I will, she lied. He liked public display. She liked private benefits. By 5 p.m., he booked a private lounge. Music. Wine. Soft lights. He leaned closer. You're different from other girls. She smiled. She had heard that line from at least 7 men. At 6:15 p.m., she stood up. Family dinner, she said. You're always busy, he complained. Busy women are valuable, she replied. Shift 2, completed. Night shift. Chidi arrived himself. No driver. No noise. No showing off. Just presence. The restaurant was rooftop, quiet, candlelit, reserved entirely. Ada blinked. You booked the whole place. He shrugged. I don't like noise. Dinner was calm. Deep talk. No bragging. He gave her a small box. Inside, not jewelry. A key. To an apartment, she asked. He nodded once. Short let. 3 months. You said you wanted privacy. Ada was speechless for the first time that day. This one wasn't just spending, he was investing. That made him dangerous. That night stretched longer than planned. Time dissolved. Phones went silent. Choices blurred. Consequences waited. The morning after. 3 messages. Same message. Different men. Take care. No emojis. No pet names. No follow-ups. Ada frowned. She replied each of them. No response. By evening, all 3 numbers unreachable. Within a week, Connor relocated abroad for work. Turned, moved to another country branch. Chidi transferred to a new city. Gone. Simultaneously. Like coordinated disappearance. 2 months later, Ada sat in a clinic holding a test result with shaking hands. Pregnant. Her mouth went dry. Her memory replayed Valentine's Day like a cursed movie. Morning. Afternoon. Night. 3 men. 1 child. Unknown father. Her phone had no answers. Her contacts were ghosts. And for the first time in her life, money could not solve the problem. Ada did not cry immediately. Shock came first, cold, heavy, unbelieving. She sat in the clinic hallway staring at the test result like it might change if she blinked enough times. Pregnant. The nurse smiled gently. You should call the father. Ada almost laughed. Which one? Her mind ran through names like a broken playlist. Connor. Turned. Chidi. 3 men. 1 day. 1 mistake she thought was clever. Her phone felt heavier than a brick in her handbag. Outside, Lagos traffic screamed past like nothing had happened. Hawkers shouted. Buses honked. Life continued, rudely. Ada dialed Connor again. Number not reachable. Turned. Switched off. Chidi. This line does not exist. She lowered the phone slowly. Impossible, she whispered. People don't just vanish like that. Not 3 successful men at once. Unless. No, she shook her head. I'm overthinking. She went straight to Ngozi's shop. Ngozi looked up and froze. You look like someone who saw a ghost. Ada closed the door and locked it. I'm pregnant. Silence. Ngozi blinked twice. Okay, and? Ada swallowed. I don't know who the father is. Ngozi stood up slowly. Ada, what did you do? Valentine's Day, Ada answered. Understanding dawned, and it wasn't kind. Ngozi sat back down. You mean, the 3-shift schedule? Ada nodded once. Ngozi covered her face. You actually went through with it. I need to find them, Ada said. Which one? Oh. Ngozi laughed, not because it was funny, but because reality sometimes sounds like a joke. Men like that don't disappear randomly. Did you check their offices? I'm going tomorrow. Good, Ngozi said. Because this is no longer about gifts and restaurants. This is responsibility. That word stung. Responsibility was never Ada's favorite subject. Search, day 1. Connell's bank branch was cold and efficient. Yes, he was transferred, the receptionist said politely. Where? Head office, London division. Can I get his contact? I'm sorry, no. Emergency. Ada tried. Still no. Strike 1. Ton's tech company office was noisier, but the answer was the same. Relocated to Canada office last month. Last month. Ada frowned. Exactly when? Week after Valentine's. Strike 2. Chidi's real estate office gave the strangest answer. He resigned. Resigned? Ada asked. Yes. Sold his shares. Cleared his desk. Gone. Gone where? No record. Strike 3. Ada walked out under the hot sun feeling smaller than she ever had. For the first time, money had not given her advantage. Beauty had not opened doors. Charm had not worked. She was alone with consequences. The pattern. That night, Ngozi came over with food. Eat, she ordered. Ada pushed the plate away. I'm not hungry. You're pregnant. Hunger is not optional. Ada forced a few bites. Ngozi watched her carefully. Something is strange. Everything is strange. No, Ngozi said. Think. 3 men. All serious. All financially stable. All disappeared the same week. Ada frowned. So, that is not coincidence. Ada looked up slowly. You think they knew? I think men talk more than women think, Ngozi said. Ada's stomach tightened. Could they have discovered each other? She replayed moments. Connor asking odd questions that morning. Ton checking her phone once. Chidi being unusually quiet at dinner. Her chest felt tight. What if they planned this? She whispered. Ngozi nodded slowly. That is exactly what I'm thinking. The envelope. 3 days later, a delivery arrived. No sender name. Brown envelope. Inside, a printed photograph. Ada on Valentine's Day morning, with Connor, at the restaurant. She turned it over. Another photo slipped out. Afternoon, with Tond, at the spa entrance. Her fingers began to shake. Third photo. Night, rooftop, with Chidi. All time-stamped. All clear. All undeniable. A note fell last. It read. Some gifts come wrapped. Some come as lessons. No signature. Ada sat down hard. They knew. All of them knew. Ngozi read the note twice. This was coordinated, she said quietly. Are they trying to punish me? Ada asked. Or teach you? I'm not in school. No, Ngozi said. You're in life. Ada pressed her palms against her stomach unconsciously. The baby, innocent, unaware, already part of a complicated story. Fear finally arrived, not loud, but deep. "What will I do?" she whispered. Ngozi answered honestly. "We start by finding the truth." A new clue. That evening, Ada received a message from an unknown number. Not a greeting. Not a threat. Just an address. And one line. "If you want answers, come alone." Ngozi grabbed the phone. "No. Absolutely not. I have to go," Ada said. "This is how people enter trouble." "I'm already in trouble." Ngozi stared at her, then sighed. "I'm coming with you, whether you like it or not." Ada almost smiled for the first time in days. The address led to an old cinema building, closed, dusty, forgotten. Lights on inside. Doors unlocked. Ada's heartbeat pounded in her ears. "Last chance to turn back," Ngozi whispered. Ada shook her head. They stepped inside. A projector flickered to life. On the screen, Valentine's Day footage. From different angles. Different locations. Someone had been watching the entire day. Recording everything. Ngozi grabbed Ada's hand. "This is bigger than cheating," she said quietly. The film rolled. And then a fourth man appeared in the footage. Watching Ada. From a distance. In every location. The projector hummed like an old generator fighting sleep. Ada couldn't blink. Each scene replayed her Valentine's Day, morning, afternoon, night, from angles she never saw. Security cameras. Street shots. Zoomed frames. And always, somewhere in the background. The same man. Not close. Not obvious. But present. Watching. Ngozi leaned forward. "Pause it." The image froze, restaurant entrance, Connor holding Ada's chair, and across the street, a man in a dark cap, looking straight toward them. "Do you know him?" Ngozi asked. Ada shook her head slowly. "No." The footage jumped. Spa entrance, afternoon, Ada laughing beside turned, and reflected in the glass door, the same man again. Watching. Recording with his phone. Ngozi whispered, "This is not random." A light turned on behind them. Both women spun around. An old speaker crackled overhead. A voice came through, calm, male, controlled. "You finally came." Ada's throat went dry. "Who are you?" "Someone who doesn't like deception." "Show yourself," Ngozi demanded. Footsteps echoed from the side aisle. The man from the video stepped into the dim light. Mid-40s. Neatly dressed. No anger on his face, which somehow made it more unsettling. "I prefer honesty," he said. "Even when it hurts." Ada stepped back. "Why are you following me?" "I wasn't following you," he replied. "I was verifying information." "What information?" He studied her for a long moment. "Character." Ngozi folded her arms. "Stop speaking like a riddle. Explain." The man nodded once. "I run background checks for high-value clients." Ada frowned. "What clients?" "Men who plan serious commitments." The words dropped slowly. "Marriage-level commitments." Ada's stomach turned. He walked closer, not threatening, just certain. "Each of the 3 men you dated hired my firm," he said. "Individually." Ada's eyes widened. "For what?" "Pre-engagement verification." Ngozi blinked. "You mean, they were all considering proposing?" "Yes." Silence crashed into the room. Ada felt dizzy. "They did not know about each other at first," the man continued. "But background checks reveal patterns. Overlaps. Locations. Financial request. Gift timing." He tapped a remote. The screen showed a timeline, her meetings, her messages, her schedules. Color-coded. Intersecting. Exposed. Ngozi muttered, "This is like a crime documentary." Ada whispered, "This is my life." When the overlap became clear, the investigator said, "I informed them." Ada's voice cracked. "All three?" "Yes." "What did they say?" He answered without emotion. "They were disappointed." The simple word hurt more than insults. Ada swallowed. "So they planned to disappear?" "They planned to withdraw," he corrected. "Quietly. Cleanly. Permanently. And the photos? A reminder. Or humiliation?" Ngozi snapped. "Correction," the man replied. Ada's hand moved to her stomach again, instinct, fear, reality. "There's something else," she said softly. "I need to know which one is the father of my child." The man's expression changed for the first time, not shock, but calculation. "That complicates things," he said. "You think?" Ngozi shot back. He walked to a table and picked up a folder. "I was not hired for that," he said. "But I anticipated consequences." He opened the file. Inside, 3 sealed envelopes. Names written on each. Connor. Tond. Chidi. "They left statements," he said. "In case you came looking." Ada's breath caught. "Are they here?" she asked. "No." "Will they come back?" "Unlikely." "Give me the letters," Ada said. "Before you read," the man warned, "understand this, none of them hate you." "Then why leave?" "Because trust, once broken at that level, is not repaired by emotion." Her fingers trembled as she picked the first envelope. "Connor." She opened it. "Ada. I was ready to change your life permanently. I only asked for honesty. I found strategy instead. I hope you find what you are truly looking for, because it was not me." Her vision blurred. Second envelope. "Tond. You played the game well. I respect skill, but not when it involves my heart. I'm not angry. I'm done." Ngozi exhaled slowly. "These men have pride." Third envelope. "Chidi." Ada hesitated before opening. "I saw who you could become, not who you were. Maybe this experience will introduce you to yourself." A single line below. "Real gifts are not bought. They are earned." Ada closed her eyes. That line hurt the most. She looked up at the investigator. "Did any of them say they would never speak to me again?" "Yes," he answered. "Did any ask about me later?" "No." Truth was efficient. Brutal. Clean. Ngozi squeezed Ada's shoulder. "We should go," she said softly. But the man spoke again. "There is one more thing." Ada looked up. Only one of them knew about the pregnancy risk. The room froze. "Which one?" Ada whispered. The man shook his head. "That information was sealed." "By who?" "By the client himself." The projector shut off. Darkness returned. History remained. And for the first time, Ada realized something deeper than fear. This child might be the only honest thing that came out of that day. The darkness in the abandoned cinema pressed down on Ada and Ngozi like a heavy blanket. The investigator closed the projector and spoke slowly. "Before you decide what to do, you need full clarity." Ada's hands trembled. "I need to know which one is the father." He shook his head. "That is not something I can tell you, not yet. They sealed it because they wanted the child to be a choice, not a consequence." Ada's chest tightened. "A choice? What do you mean?" They each agreed that whoever truly wanted to be a father would step up. Whoever did not, would stay away. They wanted responsibility, not obligation. Ngozi's mouth fell open. That's, actually, smart. But brutal. Ada ran her hands through her hair. So. I just, wait. The investigator nodded. The truth will find its way to you. And when it does, it will be clear who belongs in your life and who doesn't. A month later. Ada moved into a small apartment, a fresh start. No men calling. No expensive gifts. Just her thoughts, and the growing life inside her. The first weeks were lonely. Quiet. Painful. But as the days passed, Ada began to reflect. She remembered every word her letters had said. Real gifts are not bought. They are earned. Only honesty lasts. Trust, once broken, cannot be repaired by emotion. She realized something terrifying and liberating. She had spent her life chasing what she thought mattered. Beauty, charm, gifts, attention. Money had given her power, yes. But it had also blinded her. Now, for the first time, she wanted something real. Not gifts. Not men. Not validation. Real love. Real care. Real truth. The surprise returned. One morning, Ngozi knocked at the door with a letter in her hand. Ada took it. No sender. No envelope markings. Inside was a single note. Ada. I don't know if you will ever forgive me. I don't even know if this is the right way. But I want to meet you. For the child. And for honesty. No signature. Ada stared. Then read again. Her heart skipped. Something familiar in the handwriting. Ngozi nudged. You know him. Ada closed her eyes. She did. A week later, at a quiet park, she waited. One man appeared. Calm. Confident. Not flashy. Not loud. Chidi. He approached her slowly, hands in pockets. You look different, he said softly. I am, Ada replied. I had to be. They sat. Talked. And for the first time, no pretense. No gift. No schedules. Just two people. And the life growing between them. Chidi reached into his bag and handed her a small wrapped box. Ada opened it carefully. Inside, a single key. To the apartment I own, he said. For you. For the baby. No conditions. No games. Just honesty. Tears blurred Ada's vision. She realized this was the real gift. Not flowers. Not chocolates. Not money. The child. And a chance to start over. Reflections. That night, Ada wrote in her journal. I spent years chasing attention, gifts, and temporary love. I thought I controlled the game. But life always has the final say. My Valentine's Day gift is not what I got from men. It's what I discovered about myself. Strength. Responsibility. The courage to face the truth. And maybe, just maybe, love that is earned, not bought. Ngozi peeked over her shoulder. Deep, girl. Ada smiled. No. Real. And for the first time, she slept peacefully. Epilogue. Months later, Ada held her baby for the first time. Chidi stood beside her, not perfect, but present. No surprises. No distractions. Just the beginning of something real. Ada whispered. Happy Valentine's Day, every day. The story that started with greed, games, and deception ended with responsibility, love, and life, the kind no money could ever buy. And Ada finally understood, the best gifts are not given by hands, they are earned by hearts.